Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Russell passes to Johnson. Outside Thomas. And it's sent back by KD.
A tremendous defender. Durant's length can cause major issues for the offense.
Warriors have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. KD finds Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. 11 points in the game.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in his zone.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Williams. Golden State also making some changes. Kuminga comes in for Kevin Durant. Moody subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Now here's Johnson. We saw him with 10 points last game. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Claxton.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
And it's good, 2 points. Curry's got 13.
Oh, man, off to a terrific start, yet to miss with 6 made buckets.
Here's Russell. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
When you talk about crafty players, you're talking about players like D'Angelo Russell who can find his spot.
Curry kicks to Holmgren. Moody the pass to Curry. And here is Holmgren. Kuminga finds Curry. Shot clock at 6. Drains the three-pointer. Curry's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Warriors.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Johnson outside. Back to Melton. Payton against Thomas. Over Payton. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Oh, that's just a beautiful work of art. Thomas is a 3-level microwave scoring threat.
Curry kicks to Kuminga. They set the pick. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Moody the bounce pass. Here's Holmgren. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Now Thomas. He's got 9. The 3. That shot off. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from. For how important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Watford passes to Thomas. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
and he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Melton. Bangs home the trifecta. Melton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
It's Curry outside. Curry! What else is new?
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played, pass to Johnson. Watford with it. 11 points last game. Good on the triple. Melton's got 9 points in the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
55 seconds left in the first half. Curry crashes inside.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Melton with a screen on Curry. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Melton. Johnson to screen. It's Thomas outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Thomas got 12 in the game.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea.
7-second difference, shot and game clock, and the shot goes in.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Johnson from downtown, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. A little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
These directors at the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot. Here for our contestant. Well done.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Brooklyn Nets. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously first is me. Second, I'll get that to you, Ernie. Third, I'll go with our IT guy. He really surprised me. Then you, Shaq.
There's no way I'm after Ernie.
Shaq, if you want to be better, you can be.
And now revisiting that first half for Steph Curry, he was lights out.
Well, Steph came out here with something to prove tonight. He's still an MVP level player. The man just keeps winning titles.
You gotta love how competitive he is, big fella, in all phases of the game.
Say it with us, Shaq. He makes it look Steffortless.
Steffortless.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Nets trail by 6. Following some ups and downs, Richard, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out.
Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Cam Thomas, and it's Williams at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Williams. Thomas got 14 points for the game.
Yeah, Thomas is overwhelming the defense with his energy, just attacking over and over again.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. No good from Durant. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Nets. 7-point differential. Williams kicks to Russell. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Russell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Curry with a wide open look. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
At Steph Curry's numbers. Last season, he played outstanding, putting in about 26 points per, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Year 1, he had to kind of find his way, but he seems poised to make some big strides here in his sophomore season.
Well, the team wants him to carve out a larger role for himself, but talent-wise, he's definitely got it in him.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. And the Nets, another 3.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
And if you listen to Cam Johnson talk about shooting, my goodness, RJ, he is a student of the game.
Studies a lot of different shooters, constantly analyzing his own footwork. And you know what? The result speaks for themselves.
Inside, here's Russell. Curry with the rebound.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Elbow shot is on the way. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Russell.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
Holmgren finds Curry. Here's Durant. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Podziemski. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Claxton a screen on Curry. Thomas no luck. Warriors leading by 10. Over Russell. For 3, Holmgren knocks down the 3-ball. Holmgren's got 13.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Thomas outside. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Back to Curry. 59 seconds left to play in the 3rd. It's good. Holmgren's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Johnson. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 3rd assist on the night.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Curry gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Johnson outside. It's Thomas on the wing. Here's Russell with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They host the 76ers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside Thomas. Shoots over Podziemski. And the basket by Thomas. Thomas got 9 points here in the second half.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. How about this? He scored 30 points from beyond the arc so far. His long-range game is on today. We've got more in store for you right after this. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. A whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. Then for the Warriors, Durant's checked in for Kuminga. Payton comes in for Moses Moody. And it's Stephen Curry in for Hield, setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Durant is out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Holmgren in at the 5. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
Nets trail by 17. Outside Thomas. Pass to Claxton. Outside Williams. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. And the Nets, another 3.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
The offensive rebound. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rub him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Williams kicks to Russell. Johnson with a screen on Curry. There's Russell with a three, and the Nets another three.
Love the fire that Russell brings to his game. He will not be denied easily.
Here's Curry. Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Williams passes to Russell. Claxton a screen on Curry. There's the triple. Kept alive. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And he makes the first. Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind. And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And Claxton throws it down.
Good work in the pick and roll. I like it when Russell looks to distribute in these sets.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. Here's Holmgren. Claxton covering. Clock at 6. Holmgren dishes to Durant. Another three for Golden State.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, one of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
Oh, yeah, it does. You know, when we're in the flow, the ball's just moving around. It allows me to play make, and, you know, then I just try to find an open gap and take the shots where they are.
Man, it was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. And now, our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
If I don't post and I go ghost, it's gonna be for a reason. Just got my reading and my reasons. I'm booked out the region. Did you recall on me? I'm freezing. No way I'm anemic.
Put up to the photo, man. What a great night for some hoops. With a little more on the line, it's the NBA Cup and it's in full swing. Hello everyone, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
And for their matchup with the Timberwolves, that one will be the 7th on the season for them. The team will still be looking to improve each time they take the floor.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. They've got Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. And it's Yabusele in at the 4-man position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Chet Holmgren out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Peyton in at the small forward position. The season is still young, but it's been interesting to watch some of the rookies find their footing here in the NBA, Clark.
That's always one of the more interesting things for me. Everybody's journey of development is their own and it's different and has a unique pace. Some guys come in ready to contribute right away. They're in a good situation. Others, it takes a minute for them to find their stride. So watching it all unfold is really pretty cool.
Here's Yabusele. Here's Embiid. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Embiid, a versatile shot maker, showing off his mid-range game there.
Pass to Podziemski. And he buries his first look.
How about that wonderful... floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
George scanning the floor. Here's Yabusele to the left side wing. Grimes, the pass to Embiid from outside the arc. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Curry, that's good.
3 out of 3, perfect start. Let's see how long they can ride this wave.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. It's a 5-point game. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them. And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
The kick to Durant. There's the triple. And the Warriors with another 3.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock. Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Maxey. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Here's Golden State. They're on a 13-5 run. The 3 from Curry. Nails it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 11.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance. Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And the Warriors making a change here. Moody's checked in. And looking at the standings in the NBA Cup, the group stage just starting.
Yeah, lots of games remaining. I think the magic number is 3. If you get those 3 wins and have a good point differential, you normally advance to the knockout rounds.
Now here's Maxey. George for 3 on target from range.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
The Warriors lead by 8. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with it. The biggest focus on the defensive end, the big man, Joel Embiid. Coach telling me that they've talked a lot about how to defend Embiid. They have a great film session on it, but at the end of the day, he said Joel is a monster down low, so there's only so much you can do. It'll be fun watching the process do his thing tonight, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Very consistent on the offensive end. Even when Joel Embiid is being pressured, he stays under control.
Pass to Durant for 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. He's got 9.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
George outside. Here's Yabusele, guarded by Durant. Here's the break. The pull-up J. Again, Golden State.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost. Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now here's George. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. And they pick up 2.
Love the flow and rhythm that George plays with. Very impressive. He's got a natural, comfortable cadence to his pace.
Here's Curry to the middle. Holmgren. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That's on Joel Embiid. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far. In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Hields checked in for Payton. Now here's Maxey. Still no points. Holmgren with the block. And they get it back. Clock is at 3. Here's Drummond. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Kuminga, he's checked in for Durant. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Butler comes in for Tyrese Maxey. Golden State with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Pass to Hield. Jacks up a 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 7 assists in the game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Embiid. Launches a 3. He drops it from range. Embiid's got 7.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. Back to the game after this break. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Boy, for the Warriors, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
76ers trip, and the Warriors make some changes. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Kuminga. Podziemski comes in for Hield, and it's Stephen Curry in for Spencer. And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. They've got Joel Embiid. Maxey out there with George. And it's Grimes in at shooting guard. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Curry from deep three-point land. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The 3 is up. And it's Maxey missing. The Warriors lead by 23. Throws it up high. The kick out. Curry fires for 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
If you're looking to become a catch-and-shoot expert, Curry is the player to study. He's a master.
Embiid, a screen on Curry. Maxey attacking. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Maxey's got 5 points now this quarter.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
Yeah, one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Moody. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Puts up a 3. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Tipped. Now here's Maxey. 7 points in the game. Here's Yabusele. Here's Grimes. And the layup is good. Grimes has gotten his first basket of the night.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Pass to Jackson Davis. And here's Durant. Outside Kuminga. Back to Durant. The 3. Up Another three for Golden State.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm alongside Coach Nick Nurse, and I know you're not too happy with the execution at the defensive end. What needs to be cleaned up?
Yeah, we're making some mistakes on some of the switches. We're making some mistakes on some of the weak side. And then when we did get them to miss a couple, they tipped them right back in. So lots to clean up there.
Okay, it'll be a tough halftime speech from Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Well, looking at the Warriors, hey, their spirits are high. They have a chance to start the season on a winning streak. Build up that momentum, guys.
The way they looked in that first game, it certainly wouldn't be a surprise. Changing focus now to that first half, a brutal game so far for the 76ers.
I think it's funny watching these guys play defense. This is a circus, and they're getting clowned.
Giving up too many easy looks for sure, but who knows? Maybe after intermission, they'll bring out the Tigers. Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Holmgren in at the 5. That's the Warriors 5. Shot is good by Curry.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Yabusele. And there's a pick. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3. He's got 6.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Pass to Payton. Here's Podziemski. Another 3 for Golden State.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Yeah, another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
And Grant, once again, Stephen Curry hit 300 threes last season. Man, he's in a class of his own.
Well, there have been 7 300-plus three-point seasons ever. Stephen has 5 of them. He has the only 400 three-point year ever. So, yeah, B.A., Stephen has created his own class.
Curry, that's good.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Philadelphia's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Here's Maxey. And And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Maxi's got 9.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
Oh, got that one up quick.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Grimes. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Chet Holmgren. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Durant. Moody's checked in for Payton. And it's Buddy Hield in for Podziemski. Oubre, he's checked in for the Sixers.
Kelly Oubre Jr. dialing it up from 3. The sweet lefty.
Maxey against Curry. He takes it in, and the layup is good off the glass. Curry's got 31 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Outside Oubre.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the third quarter. Here's Maxey. Again, the Sixers score.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
The Warriors have gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half. And that one good. Curry's got 14 points here in the second half.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Curry passes to Kuminga. Jackson Davis with it. Outside Curry. Outside Kuminga. Up top Jackson Davis. Just 4 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Pure from 3-point range. Moody's got 5.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
With the floater. And Maxey with the lay-in. He's got 13.
They have not attempted as many threes here in the second half, which I'm scratching my head about. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Hield from outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. The Warriors on top, running away with this one. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
She turn off the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her. Tom Petty, you know I be on that. Standing on like a floor mat. They keep trying to reach me, cause they know that I never call back. Throw it back on her BD. Just know he got that. Hating, I gotta ignore that. He's a like bro to store at. Stop facing, don't ask me to. If we beefing, don't ask me to. In the party, them clappers is clapping. In the party, them slappers is slapping. Ice on the beat, I be skating. I'm pretty, I look like a painting. With a baddie and she looking. Cause the money amazing. She turn off the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She counting up bands. She turn off the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That incredible performance was from Skylar Cole, singing our national anthem. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan, and tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Friday, they're off to Brooklyn to face off with the Nets.
And, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Now, Golden State's starting five. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Gary Payton II is out there with Durant, and it's Holmgren in at the 5 spot. And for the Spurs, up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with Fox, and it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And despite having a generational talent in Wembanyama, Shams, the Spurs never skipping steps. They've got great detail to everything they do.
The Spurs draft and develop, that has been their calling card. San Antonio may not be a big free agent destination and magnet, but who knows, with Victor Wembanyama there, they are going to have the ability to track players and potentially go after players in trades. They have a ton of capital, assets, draft picks that they can trade. And Victor Wembanyama has the ability to be a generational star, like you said, Kevin. Players will eventually want to be.
Quickly, can you even go back to a time when they've added Wembanyama, they've added Lively in Dallas, the Thunder's Chet Holmgren, what he did as a rookie? These young bigs have been sensational to watch. The size that the league has added has been off the charts.
And the center position might just be back, but let's look at that 2023 NBA draft. Let's revisit that in 5 to 6 years. That could be a draft that eventually will be regarded among the very best.
Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, we sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. Here we're talking NBA. We're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis. And the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours. But this is what we sign up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guys. Making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Moses Moody